Welcome back to the show. Earlier today, I had the honor to sit down with Bonnie, a mother who had her world shattered in 2010 when her daughter, Kelsey, passed away after a tragic car collision. Bonnie has since turned her sorrow into a monument of what Kelsey stood for: building awareness and taking action to protect kids on the road, sometimes even from themselves. Today we're sitting down with Bonnie because there are some wonderful scholarships coming to the community from the Michigan auto law having to do with Kelsey's law, which deals with distracted driving primarily from teenagers. So Bonnie, to kind of kick things off here, tell us a little bit about yourself and your experience with Kelsey.
Well, I live up in the Sioux, been here all my life. Was blessed with the honor of having twin girls back in 1992. Absolutely the best day of my life to have those babies. Great kids. They spoke in their own language to each other. They were best of friends. Cal had a heart of gold, and after she passed on January 24th of 2010, we found out things that just shocked us all on how much she had known people throughout the community and tried to help people throughout the community, young, old, in between. She was well known throughout the community. Special girl, very special girl, and really sadly missed by a lot of people.
And what happened in January of that time?
Well, we received a phone call from Kelsey's friend, Stacy. And Stacy had told us it was a Sunday afternoon that Kelsey had been in a car accident. And I'm like, well, where are you? And she's like, well, we're down by the high school. And I was like, well, did she roll the car? And she's like, no. And I said, well, we're on our way. And we went there and saw that Cal had been T-boned in her little black Sunfire, Pontiac Sunfire, those little cars, by a SUV, and on the passenger side. And she was gone instantly. She had a heartbeat, but she had hit her head severely. And later on, I found out that she had been not texting on the phone. She was talking on the phone, which at that time, it was all about texting and don't text on the phone. And nobody really put two and two together that, talking on the phone was just as bad. And so she was talking on the phone, distracted, passed a slower moving car and misjudged the distance of an oncoming car.
Well, Bonnie, first from all of us, we're just devastated for your loss. And it takes a special kind of person. It takes a amount of courage that, if I'm being straight with you, Bonnie, I don't know I could muster in the same circumstances to take something as heartbreaking and to turn it into something positive and constructive takes all the bravery in the world. So tell us a little bit about the scholarships being offered in Kelsey's memory to hopefully shift the narrative in high schools in particular when it comes to being on your phone in any way while driving a motor vehicle.
Yeah, it was about 5 years after Kelsey died. Michigan Auto Law called me and, or emailed me and said, this is what we want to do. And I was like floored because I did not know these people at all. And I'm like, how did you find out about me? And you want to give us money to give to the kids, It's a win-win. So yeah, they came and they did an interview on me and stuff. And it's been going on now for 10 years. This is the 10th year that they have given scholarship money to kids throughout Michigan. And I can tell you, I was so so honored that they would do that for my daughter, but I know that Kel is honored.
I bet. I know she is, just based upon how you describe her. All she ever wanted to do was help. And this is another way for that spirit to keep on giving. Now,
yes.
Jumping into logistics for these, how could someone watching this right now take part in this scholarship program? How do they enter, and what do they need to do?
They could go to Michigan Auto Law's website, or they can go to the KDR Challenge website, and there's a link on there for them to apply. Plus, there's links on there of past winners. So, gotcha. Yeah, so they can look at it and see what they need to do. They can write up a tweet, draw a graphic, or do a video. And then they just follow the instructions to submit. But it's really funny because the other day I was looking at the very first one we did, and we didn't have many kids do it. I mean, it was new,
Yeah.
And their skills were good, but if you look from then till now, oh my
night and day,
goodness.
Night and day.
It's just, and we, last year we had over 300 and some people enter. I mean, it was just, which is huge for us.
That is remarkable. And it's it seems to just be growing every single year. Where this will be in another decade or so is so impressive, Bonnie. And it's still sharing her memory and her message. So I want to take a moment before we wrap up here today to thank you so much for sharing your story and for being able to bring this to the community, because it's changing lives for the better. And that's just amazing. And we are going to make sure that all the links that our viewers need to get more information on the scholarship program and a direct link to the application so that folks can get started, because the deadline is coming up pretty quickly, isn't it?
End of March. Yeah, we try and give them out for April because April is distracted driving month.
Perfect. So you only have until the end of this month. We're going to make sure all the deadline information and everything you need to get submitted is all going to be available after the show today over on 9and10news.com. Bonnie, thank you so much.
Thank you.